What's going on, everybody? This is Set42 here, and today I'm back with another college football prediction matchup. In this week's matchup, or game of the week, we got a ranked matchup, a first conference matchup, and this is going to be an epic matchup. So, we got a number 21st ranked Texas Tech, though also 20 ranked Utah. I believe that these rankings will change probably around either Sunday afternoon or on Monday. So if you guys comment down below that they're going to change their rankings, I know they're probably that this is what they just have for now, because I make this video on Saturday and then I post this video on Sunday. So as a further ado, let's go ahead and go through this game's matchup with the slides, and comment down below who do you think is going to win this game, because this game is going to be an epic matchup. This game is going to dictate who possibly will go all the way to the Big 12 championship, or these two teams could potentially see each other in the Big 12 conference championship and potentially go to the college football playoffs as well. All right, so let's go ahead, as a further ado, go through this video. So the location will be at Rice Eccles Stadium, I believe that's how you pronounce the last name. It will be at Utah Utes Stadium. I believe that's going to be a great atmosphere for college football. It's going to be an epic game, especially for next week. So this is going to be at Rice Eccles Stadium at 12 p.m. Eastern Time as a location. There you guys have it right there. All right, so last week, or week number 3, we got Texas Tech beating Oregon State 45-14, and they're staying undefeated. They're 3-0. And then, of course, we got Utah, they beat Wyoming 31-6, and their record is 3-0 as well. So both teams are undefeated through week 3, and it's gonna be, like I said before, an epic matchup. I'm probably gonna say epic in like thousands of times, but it is gonna be a great game in my opinion. Previous meeting, the last time Texas Tech and Utah played was back in 1973 and also 1972, and Texas Tech leads this little mini series 2-0, and Texas Tech won back in 1973. 29-22. So a long time ago, these two teams played. Kind of crazy because like both teams are very, I guess you can say, close to each other. Well, not geographically. I think they're close to each other. I know Utah is close to California, but they're also kind of close to Texas. So kind of crazy that these two teams haven't played each other in like 40 years. So it's so that's just interesting to see. All right. So I'm going to do the top 3 offensive players and, of course, top 3 defensive players by position. So we got quarterback Behren Morton. He had 23 to 35 completions to attempts. Probably did not pronounce that name right. So 442 passing yards, averaged about 12.6 per throw. Had 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. Then we got running back Cameron Dickey. He had 17 carries, 77 rushing yards, averaged about 4.5 per carry, had 1 touchdown. And lastly, we got Coy Aiken, Coy Aiken with 6 receptions, 139 receiving yards, averaged about 23.2 per catch. He had 1 touchdown for Texas Tech. Then we have Devin Damper, who's a transfer, 27 completions to 41 attempts, 230 passing yards, 5.6 per throw, had 2 touchdowns and 0 interception. And then we have running back Wayshawn Parker, had 10 carries, 80 rushing yards, averaged about 8.0 per carry, and with 0 touchdowns. Wide receiver Ryan Davis had 10 receptions, 91 receiving yards, and had 9.2 average per catch, and he also had 0 touchdowns, but they still won the game. So there you guys have for the offenses for Texas Tech and also Utah as well. Now we go to top 3 defensive players for defensive lineman, linebacker, and defensive back. We got Lee Hunter for defensive lineman. He had 5 total tackles, 0 solo, 0.5 tackles for losses. Then we got linebacker Jacob Rodriguez. He had 7 total tackles, 2 solo, and 0.5 tackles for loss. Then we got defensive back Cole Wieniski. I think that's how I pronounce his last name. He had 7 total tackles, 1 solo, and 1 sack, and 1.5 tackles for loss. So there you guys have it for Texas Tech. Then we have top 3 defensive players for Utah. We got defensive lineman John Henry Daly with 6 total tackles, 4 solo, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, and 1 pass deflection. Then we got linebacker Jonathan Hall with 4 total tackles, 4 solo, And lastly, we got defensive back Elijah Davis with 6 total and 6 solo tackles. So there you guys have for the top 3 offensive players and top 3 defensive players. All right, so the full team stats for Texas Tech. We got offensive total yards, 599. Defense only allowed 284 yards allowed. Passing on offense, they had 466 passing yards. And defense, they allowed only 276 on defense. Rushing, they had 133 yards on offense. And defense, they only had 8 yards of rushing, which is pretty good. I mean, that's actually impressive to only allow 8 yards of rushing in this previous game. And they had 2 turnovers and they had 10 penalties. That's a little concerning. Their time of possession was 31 minutes, so not too bad. But that 10 penalties is a little concerning right there. Then we have total yards for Utah, 541. Wait a minute. Yeah, 541 total yards on offense, and their defense only allowed 229 yards on defense. Passing, they had 230 on offense, and on defense, they only allowed 108 yards of passing. For offense, for rushing, they had 311. Dang, that's a lot. No wonder they didn't have really any passing touchdowns for Utah offense, and that's how they won. They had 311 rushing yards, and they only allowed 121 rushing yards on defense. They had 2 turnovers, and they did have 10 penalties too, which that is a little concerning as well. Time possession, they had 35 minutes and 30 seconds. So there you guys have it for Utah and Texas Tech. And then my final prediction. This one is going to be very interesting. I don't really know how well Texas Tech plays, so take it with a grain of salt. I haven't really watched them play, so forgive me if I choose the wrong team. But I think that since it's at home, I think that Utah is going to win. So I'm going to take this. This is going to be my safe bet. But hey, who knows? Texas Tech could potentially win as well. So I'm going to go with -5, and my score is 35-30. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be up-tempo type game. And but this is just my pick, so if I get it wrong, so be it. But hey, comment down below what you guys think about this game. I think that Utah is going to upset Texas Tech, in my opinion, and the Utes are going to go pretty far into this year with a lot of surprises for people. All right, guys, y'all have a great rest of the day. Seth Wood here. Y'all have a great rest of the time, and see you guys next time. Peace.